for neat reasons. Example 2. Example 3, I think you get the idea. Let's have a look at that. There it is in the center. Obviously the first option will be the title, but you can select different things now. That's a basic select box. I won't go into too much detail of that. Now quickly moving on to button links. Form, now I have to write the action. So we'll go, this is the link that you want. Let's say, what was my other page called? Page 2. Now you do input, type, submit, value. Now I'll break this all down in a second. I'll just show you what that does. So now we're on page 2. We'll go back. I'll explain buttons in more detail. Form is telling the computer that it's going to be something that has an action. Now, that probably didn't make much sense to you, but basically means, I don't know, form's a very specific tag, in specific, sorry, action. Now this is what you want the form to do. The form can do many things, but this specific time we want action to go to that website. Now you don't have to type go to or whatever, just type the URL. So in this form, making an input type, and we want it to be a submit button, so when we press this button it'll do that action. And the value is what people will see. And type submit is basically just means a button. Make it go to page 2, and end form obviously ends the form. So now we're on page 2, click the man, back on page 1. And the other thing I want to get sorted out is text area. Now this is quite a simple tag. Basically just write text area. It's just where users can write. Now we're gonna do something. So now this would properly, it would require PHP and maybe JavaScript, but at the moment I'm just going to write it this way. It wouldn't really do anything, but I'm just going to tell you how you can write a message like on MySpace, write a comment, and then click submit. Text area. So we'll just, for the text area tag, the cols, which is vertical columns, we'll make 10 of them, and the rows, which is horizontal, make 4. So in this, hello, write me a comment, and the text area, form action, page 2.html, input, type, I'll explain all this again in a second. Obviously this won't, sorry I'm a bit forgetful at the moment, and the form. So obviously this won't really do anything. You'd have to have, that'd have to be a PHP script. Obviously you won't know what that is yet, but in another tutorial I'll explain PHP. At the moment all this will do is, that's just a text area that does nothing, and all this is doing is taking you to another page, so we'll have a look at that. So you'd have to write a PHP script so that would show up on another page, but hello, write me a comment. So we just write hello Nick and submit, and now it's taken us to page 2. Obviously that doesn't really do anything, but I'm just explaining how you can integrate text areas with buttons. That's how MySpace would do it, or similar sites where you'd use PHP scripts. But don't worry about any of that now, it's just simple text area. So obviously if you add more columns it would be wider, add more rows it would be higher. So thank you for viewing my tutorial on marquee input, text areas and drop down boxes. Stay tuned for the next tutorial where I'm sure you'll learn a lot more than in my previous ones, and I'll be teaching many new very useful skills. So thank you, don't forget to visit www.thegeekanswers.com.